Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. Kids are always feeling pressure to fit in, and that can lead them to unhealthy choices. Our next guest wants to help kids feel the courage to stand up to peer pressure. She joins us with their new children's book, AMKA, Little Lele, You Have All You Need to Be Great. We welcome social worker Mariah Kalungu is with us today. Mariah, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you so much, Kara, for having me today.
And this children's book is so adorable, but so much more than that, too. I want you to share why you decided to write it and kind of bring in a bigger issue here.
Well, first of all, I was inspired to write the book by my daughter, Naima, and she kind of reminded me of my younger self. And my happy space growing up in one of the many slums in Nairobi, Kenya, was with books and writing. And so I wanted to empower the children to believe in themselves and to actually dream bigger dreams, impossible dreams for themselves. And as I do this, I'm also reminded of the little ones back in Nairobi, Kenya, in my old neighborhood. And building them a library is such a fantastic tool for them to be inspired to dream big, but also giving them the appropriate tools for them to achieve their dreams.
Wow, looking at those pictures there, I can see why you wanted to bring help to build that library. Can we talk about the peer pressure that you decided to make as far as the issue in your children's book, as far as helping kids deal with peer pressure? What have you found with that, and what has been the response been?
Well, a lot of times, and many children will actually give in to peer pressure because they do not have a way, an escape route out of it. And so it's important as a parent to be able to identify the root cause of the peer pressure and to work with a plan for your child on how to get out of that kind of situation. So it's really important for children to just understand even what is peer pressure and how they can be able to get out of that situation.
And how do you say to explain that to your child?
Well, for example, my daughter, she's only 9 years old, and surprisingly, she's already getting into trouble due to peer pressure. So first of all is to work hand in hand with them, for them to understand that they do not need to change anything about themselves to fit in. And being different is actually okay. And they can be able to excel, and being themselves actually offers a more a broader environment for them to explore their talents and just to be very excellent in whatever they do. So they do not have to change, and just to accept themselves that they are perfectly designed.
And as you said, it's every age. You could say, okay, my child's heading off to high school. I'm nervous about this. My child's heading off to middle school. But even these young kids, I mean, you see it really early on. What are those conversations that you think parents can be having before those kids start school?
First of all is to identify your children's abilities and how different they are, and to encourage them to embrace their talents and their abilities, and also guiding them as a parent on the kind of friends that they need to choose. But more importantly, it's also as a parent to believe in your child's abilities for them to excel. So believing in them is really important because it also encourages them to be more of themselves and not want to be something different that they are not into.
Should you role play with them or kind of play out scenarios?
You can be able to do that. You can role play with them, and you can actually be able talking to them and just also trying to figure out their mind at what place they are in at. It's very important because you're able to understand what kind of friends, what kind of activities they are engaged in, and just being able to get them through how to navigate every kind of situation. But also it's important for you as a parent to share your journey with your child and the challenges that you went through being a child and at that particular stage. Because parents, we have a lot of influence on our children, and when they get to learn that you're also able to go through these stages in life and how you're able to get out of certain kind of situations, they're able to trust you more with what you tell them.
Yeah, what have you seen as far as peer pressure affecting the child's emotional and social development?
Well, peer pressure creates seeds of doubt in the minds of our little ones, and over time they become very unhappy, and it kind of creates an environment for them that they cannot be able to excel and just explore their talents and abilities fully. So that's what negative peer pressure does to the little ones.
Mariah, thank you again for joining us. And there's nothing like a good book to read to your kids to show the example. And you have one that you've done right there, AMKA, Little Lele. We encourage everyone to check it out. We'll have information on our website at katu.com. But thank you again for joining us.